Now let's take a look at the framework on the 2011 Hino trucks. We have one of the strongest standard frames in the industry. It's a basic C-channel construction, a ladder style frame, and in terms of the durability ratings, our yield strength is 80,000 psi, which is about 30 to 40% stronger than most of the leading competition. Not to mention the fact that our RBM, or resisting bending moment, is considerably stronger than those of the standard international and Freightliner trucks. When we look at the framework of the truck, there are a lot of features and benefits that you want to point out to your customers. First of all, if you take a look at our cross members, they are all constructed with huck bolts. Huck bolts are resistant to vibration. It's a clamp that's going to last for the lifetime of the truck. They're stronger than welds, and they're a great way of constructing the truck for long-term durability. We also have laser cut holes throughout the frame instead of drilled holes, and those are going to contribute to less corrosion and more precision. In terms of some of the other features, all of our frames are powder coated, and powder coating is a process that's baked on for durability, so it's going to be chip resistant, and it's going to help our frame stay more corrosion resistant for the lifetime of the truck. If we take a look at our suspensions and axles on the truck, all of our suspensions are made from Hendrickson. Hendrickson does a great job with our suspensions. We have a variety of different options on our Hino trucks. When we start off with our basic truck, we have a tapered leaf spring suspension with an auxiliary helper. That's going to do a great job of providing a decent amount of weight capacity depending on what your ratings are for different types of loads. We also have a few different options back here. This particular suspension is a Hendrickson Comfort Air suspension, which is great for certain applications like furniture moving, electronics, and other fragile loads. Hendrickson's been around for a good long time. They started building suspensions almost 100 years ago, and currently they provide almost 75% of the tapered leaf springs for the medium-duty market. So they do a great job of providing a durable, long-lasting product for Hino. In terms of our axles, all of our axles come from Meritor, and Meritor is one of the industry staples. If we look at the type of gearing that we use in the differential back here, it's a hypoid generoid gearing. And what they do is they heat treat the gears to a very high temperature to make them very resistant and durable for the long haul. At the ends of each of our axles, we have an oil-filled hub. And those are going to be great in terms of not only long-term maintenance to reduce the amount of overall maintenance, just do a quick visual inspection on them every 1,000 miles, and every 100,000 miles they require servicing. Those are going to be standard across the board with all of our medium-duty trucks. In terms of the wheels and tires, Bridgestone provides all of our tires on the trucks. The standard wheel is going to be a powder-coated Accuride wheel, but we have these awesome-looking Alcoa wheels as well, which provide a great look and match the chrome grille of the truck as well. Moving up the framework, one of the new options for 2011 is going to be our clean chassis option. And what we've done is basically we've cleaned up the whole chassis from the cab all the way backwards. On the driver's side, we take the fuel tank and push it up underneath the driver's seat. Then we take the two air tanks that take up that space and inboard them inside the frame. The batteries are pushed up in front of that fuel tank and stacked side by side so that really everything all the way up to the back of the cab is going to be clean to provide an excellent clean chassis option for specific body options that require a cleaner chassis. If you take a look at the back of the cab area, there's quite a few things that have changed back here as well. One of the things that you'll notice is the air dryer. This particular one being from Bendix has been moved inboard of the frame, again to help clean up the chassis a little bit. And you'll notice that our fuel filter, which typically rests back here, has been moved to under the hood. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into the engine compartment. Another thing that you'll notice back here is the fuse panel, which is located right here, has been moved. It used to be on the back of the cab, and for that clean chassis option, since that fuel tank's going to take up the space where that used to reside, they've moved it inside of the framework. Now, a lot of people will ask, well, isn't it going to be tough once you get a body on here to access some of the fuses? But this fuse center here is mainly for the maxi fuses and relays that are really seldomly accessed. Most of the commonly accessed fuses are going to be inside the cab behind the passenger side compartment. And that's your framework on the 2011 Hino trucks.